This episode is brought to you by Disney. This Thanksgiving, Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde are back on the big screen. So grab your family and friends as Disney invites you to return to Zootopia for the phenomenal movie event of the holiday season. See all your favorite Zootopia characters plus new favorites in the most pawsome movie of the year. Don't miss Disney Zootopia 2 when it hits theaters everywhere November 26th. Get your tickets now.
I knew it. Another Heard At Media production.
Hey, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
So we have a lot to talk about on today's episode.
Let's do it.
I know, but before we get into stuff, we're going to talk some hot topics, Salt Lake City, our appearance, something that happened today. I just finished watching Watch What Happens Live, and Andy asked Heather, this is so, oh my gosh, I would die. Andy asked Heather about Captain Jason, because like Heather made it like they hooked up, and Jason like practically denied it. And Andy brings that up, and then she was like, okay, well, pay attention, ladies, because like, and she like insinuated that he denies he'll deny you if you were dating him. So she's like insinuating they like dated, and she's like, so if that means nothing. And it was so awkward. Did you just watch it or no?
No, I didn't, but I would die if that was me. But like, what if like that is true though? Like I feel like I believe her.
No, I believe her 1000%.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think that with Jason's approach was like, I kiss and don't tell, and her approach is like, she's a little bit like more insecure, so she takes that as like an insecurity.
Oh, I see. I can see that actually.
I mean, but like, is Jason ever gonna like date you? No. How would that ever happen? Never gonna happen.
No. He's an eligible bachelor over there.
Yeah. So I wanted, before we get into some things, you guys, today was such a nice day. I basically bullied Chantel into choosing me to be her daughter's godmother.
No, that's not true. Why are you saying that? I'm your daughter's godmother. So that's not true.
Well, because you do have sisters. So
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. We get it. You have sisters and I don't. Like, we don't need to, but I was like, she might choose her sister, and her husband had a sister. I didn't think she was going to choose like that because she has her own sisters, if anything. But I was like, I wonder if she's going to pick me. And I was like, asking.
You wonder? You literally, like, everyone on this podcast knows what you did to me.
Yeah, like, I know I'm trying to like play it cool, but that's why I'm saying like I bullied you to pick me, because I would constantly be like, so who's baptizing your firstborn child? And she did actually ask me. And I thought that was super cute. And I just think Danny was so happy about this.
Actually, it was so funny because you posted pictures, and like there's that one picture where she was like kind of doing one eye and like the tongue out. And then like some people commented it, like they like DM'd us and were like, she's actually winking. Like she doesn't really want like Roxanne to be the godmother, basically. And I was cracking up.
Well, it's funny because we went to the mall later today, and Chantel was like, I'm going to get out of the house. Like, because I was going to stop by at her house. And she was like, no, I'm going to come I'll just come to the mall. And because I wanted to see her
like
without
literally 3 minutes away from me.
Right. And I wanted to see her without my kids because my kids are always sick. So I haven't been able to see Danny. And so she came to the mall. She walks in Zara, and I see her like holding like pulling Danny's shirt. I was gonna call her Elle, by the way, like multiple times today when I was looking at Danny. I was like, Ellie. I was like, bro, her name's Danny. But it's just because like Elle's like a baby, Danny's a baby. But and she like pulls down her shirt, and it said like, Roxanne, you'd be my godmother. And I'm like, oh wait, what? Like, Chantel be like asking me like crazy ways very casually. Like even when I feel like, was it you told me the sex or pregnant? I don't know. Like everything was just always casual with her. And but no, the balloon thing was not your gender. But and it was funny because we saw a mutual that me and Chantel know, like someone we've known since we were younger, and we were saying hi to her. And she was like, she's like, what? Did you just ask Roxanne to be Danny's godmother? Is that how you asked her? Like in the Zara?
Yeah, because she saw my daughter for the first time, and she's like, oh, and then she's like looking, she's like, she sees the shirt, she's like, did you just ask right now? And we're like, yeah.
In Zara in the Somerset Mall.
I know, but Roxanne's acting like it was so like it is casual, but I'm like, okay, if I came to your house, it'd be the same thing.
That's what she said. She's like, if I came to your house, yeah, you did say that, but that like was the highlight of my day. And I thought that
It was,
super
did you not like, I mean, you have 4 kids, like, did you not think it was like maybe because you don't take your kid out, but like how many people stopped us just to like talks about the babies? Like, have people never seen babies before?
No, I like am like you where I will at least, especially with like Elle, because the thing with Elle was like we still took my other kids out all the time, and Elle we had to bring her. And so like I mean, she is like a little baby. So everyone was like, oh my gosh, like everyone was stopping Chantal and they were like, how old is she? And everyone was like, Chantal's glowing and all the things. We like me and Chantal got coffee together today, and we had like this like older couple. They were in their 60s and not older. They actually were so happy because I was telling them how I was like I was talking about my parents to them, and I was like, but my parents are younger. They're in their 60s. They're like, I'm so relieved that you said 60 is young because that's what we are. And they were like in awe of Danny and like the fact that she's like so little, and you're out with her, and Chantal like looks so good, and she just like had a baby yesterday.
Thank you. Well, it's not true. We're all just hiding our emotions with makeup.
Yeah. Well, I kept asking you, I'm like, are you depressed? Do you have baby blues? And I was like, for real, like, do you? And she's like, no, I'm really not. I'm like, are you sure? Because you're so sleep deprived. So like,
yeah, that's the hardest part. Like, and then the first 2 weeks, like, were really hard for me. Like those were hard. Like that's like when you get the baby blues. But I think they go, hopefully, if you don't have postpartum depression or anxiety, like that usually goes away, and it's like a lot better now.
Yeah, no. And you looked so cute. I mean, honestly, like you should be coming to BravoCon.
Oh my gosh, Roxanne. I am the only source of feeding for my child.
Yeah, I know. But like, well, you were like debating, you're like, should I bring her?
Yeah, like that's like more like what I would have like wished like I planned better. I mean, you just don't know. Like, what if I wasn't feeling good? But like I do wish, like, especially things were good with my husband, like I would say to my husband, let's go. And then you take care of her during the day. And then like I would have to figure out like, the situation. But
that would have been great because Jacob's coming with me. So like he could have hung back with Jacob and the baby. And Jacob like planned him a spa day and everything.
Oh, and I love that. Which hotel? Because like there's 2 hotels that have really great spots in Vegas.
I don't want to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm so scared. Like, you guys, we have some scary trolls, and like I'm just like, are they gonna be in Vegas? Like scary, And so I don't want to say, because like trolls who like get obsessed with like content creators and like or like just very scary, very scary. So but yeah, he planned himself a spa day because I am like I am going with like a girlfriend, like I'm meeting up a girlfriend and stuff. And so like he planned himself like a spa day and stuff. So
well, I love that for him. Vegas is a place
and
to
his
do it.
birthday's on Thursday. He's turning 35, right? 35? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so. He's born 90. And so it's like the perfect thing, but it just sucks because I'm not going on Friday, you guys. Like I just couldn't get the help. Like I literally have my mom watching my kids, and then I have like sitters like helping and stuff. So it's crazy. Like when you have, and Chantal was talking about this. I was calling her on the way to the mall today, and she was like on the phone with her husband, and he's like, like just like things like this, you're going to BravoCon, like it's hard. Like no one wants to watch your 4 kids. And I literally have no help except my mom. So it's like my mom is just one person, and like she just had foot surgery. And if you guys know my mom, any type of thing she has, like she's she's been to the hospital 10 times since, like thinking she's not like dying. So like all I have is my mom, and I have 4 kids. So because Chantal was talking about how like she thinks she'd be good with 2 kids. So
and it's probably because of stuff. It's selfish, but it's literally because of things like that, like where you still want to be able to live your life and do things, and like that's just like no one wants to watch 4 kids. Like it's too much. Well, you just split them, and then you don't even have 2 people to split them with.
I literally don't have. Well, I used to with you.
Yeah, I did say I would watch maybe like one day, but like right now it would be way too hard.
I'm going to like tell my mom, like, if you run into any hiccup, like though, call Chantel. Okay.
Yeah, she definitely can.
Just call Chantel. Like, don't get other people involved. Like, just cause you know, my mom, like she'll do something like that. And it's like, just
Yeah,
like,
I can always just come there.
yeah, I'm like, call Chantel if anything happens. But so I'm like, I'm missing Friday, which is fine because you guys, Friday is like the most chaotic day. And because everyone's like so excited. And then Saturday, like people know their shit and it kind of like it's like good. It's a good day and everyone's like more comfortable and relaxed. And then Sunday is like the best day because like a lot of people don't do Sunday. So it works out for us because like we're gonna be there all day Sunday. So we're gonna be there all day Saturday and Sunday. And then if you're going, I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but Chantel and I tried on outfits today. Well, I tried on outfits and Chantel watched me and then hung them and put them back for me. You're
Yeah,
honest.
literally. Ew, I know. I don't really doing that for myself. You're lucky I did that for you.
She literally stood outside my dressing room and I just kept giving her back stuff and then she would hang it up and go give it to the employee. And then
Roxanne
after,
had like 25 garments.
yeah. What is garments?
Like items of clothing.
Wow. I did. And that's why I like the people who work at Zara, God bless you, because I would never, because like there's so much clothes and everyone's trying them on and Zara runs big and then they run small. And it's like, I tried on all these outfits and right now, like they don't have anything great. And so, yeah. And then Chantal was like, fuck this, I'm going to breastfeed. And so she just went into the next fitting room and she was just breastfeeding. And then I like got out and I'm like, here, like, go take this back. And she's like, girl, I'm like breastfeeding. And Danny was loving it. So
that is the one thing. It's like you don't have to get the bottle out, you don't have to get anything, you just whip out your boob.
yeah, no. So it was a good day. And it was like a good day, like, you know, of just me and you without my kids. So I liked it.
Yeah.
And Charlie was upset. And she's like, that's not fair that you're the godmother and I'm not the godmother. I'm like, Charlie, you're 6. Like, please stop.
They did change a rule because what is our like my little sister, her godmother was like 7 years old or something, 8 years old at the time. They changed the
When
rule
she
though.
baptized, but now you
Yeah.
have to be 14 years old
Yeah.
to baptize. So let's get into some hot topics, you guys. A huge thing that happened this past week. We posted about it on All About TRH podcast, allabouttrh.com. But Joe Giudice, Joe Gorga and Gia Giudice refollowed each other, liked each other's most recent post. I will say, you guys, like low-key, Melissa definitely runs Joe's Instagram account. And so like, you know, she definitely runs it and like posts things for him. But and you know, Joe like conveniently never blocked us. So we were able to see that. And then Louis and Joe followed each other. I just find this to be all interesting because it's happening all right before BravoCon. Now, Melissa and Teresa have not followed each other. Gia has not followed Melissa. Like Louis, I don't think has followed Melissa, at least as of last night, he hasn't. So what are your thoughts?
I wonder what it is to go on social media and be like, I'm going to do this because like, is that like, you know, the olive branch? Is that the final olive branch? It's like, what does that do for you? You know?
Well, I mean, Chantal, conversations have obviously happened between Louis and Joe, Gia and Joe. And so like they weren't following each other. So it's kind of like they're olive branch. Like, I don't know who did it first. I almost feel like it was Joe who did it first because of the fact that, you know, like I can just see him following like Louis and Gia and then them just following back. But I don't know for sure who did it first. But listen, I'm team family. So
oh my God, I was just going to say I'm team family.
yeah, like listen, the reason that we've called out Joe so much is because like we think that like he was like a shitty brother and we have brothers and if our brothers acted the way they did towards us, like our brothers would just never on camera like say things about us like and like you know it is listen, Joe is in a funny spot where it's like team wife, like you have to always choose your wife first, but behind closed doors like this is the moments where you tell your wife like don't talk about like my sister on camera, like don't talk about like bills, like don't talk about any of that stuff, like that's my sister at the end of the day, just like how like Melissa it rides for her sisters and Joe rides for Melissa's sisters. That's because Melissa would like shit on his life if he didn't. And then, you know, Melissa's sisters have literally like talked so poorly about Teresa and her mom have talked so poorly about Teresa. And like Joe's allowed that. So those are the things that I get upset with Joe. But at the end of the day, like I could tell watching interviews of Joe, he looked so unhappy. And I attribute that based on like what I can see, that his estrangement with his sister. At the end of the day, I do believe his sister meant a lot to him. I do believe that he loves fame. He loves attention. I 100% believe that. And he let that get to his head. But I think he loves his sister. And I think he was distraught and stressed. And I think he was more impacted than Teresa, to be honest. And I think Teresa was like, of course, hurt because that's her only brother. But I also think she's like numb to it. So at the end of the day, I'm team family. Like, I'm not, if they're good, we're not going to like push things to like put out like, like, oh, these horrible things of like Joe and Melissa, and like, no, like, good. I liked when they were good. Chanel, how many times have we said we loved watching them when they were good? Like, I find Joe to be, outside of being a shitty sister to Teresa, likable. I find him to be likable. I just don't think he's a good brother. And I'm hoping that changes now, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, someone did say, it was funny that someone did comment on one of our posts again too. Like, I was answering our DMs, and someone was like, "This is why you guys girls don't get involved, because look how they're going to be back together, and like you guys are in the house." But it's like, that's not how it is. It's like, we just had an opinion when they did shitty things, and that's where we were always going to stand. So like, even in this upcoming season, if they are on a show together or anything does come out and we do see someone being like still a shitty brother, we're still going to call it out.
Absolutely.
And if he's not, then great, then we're going to be happy about it.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I think life is very short. And I do think it's sad because I think the cousins have always like wanted to be close. Chantal and I grew up in a world where like we did every freaking family vacation with each other, even those like 2-hour vacations, on the weekend with like all the cousins. Like, we grew up every Saturday and Sunday at my aunt's house. Like, my poor aunt, like, that always hosted. There was 2 of them that always hosted, and like just allowed all these kids to be at their house. Like, that would never happen this day and age, because like if I did that, I'd be like, all right, rotate. Like, I'm not always gonna do it. Like, who's next, And like our poor aunts like did that, but like we had the best childhood because of it. And I feel like the only way you could truly be close with your cousins is if the moms are good. If the moms are not good, you cannot be close with your cousins. And throughout all of New Jersey, you guys, that's all that we saw, is like the cousins so badly wanting to be good, but because Teresa and Melissa were never good, it's like they never really could have connected, and it was the saddest thing ever. So now that they're older, and now that they're like baby steps getting good, I hope that the cousins are able to like establish a relationship.
Yeah, no, I totally agree to that.
Yeah, so I definitely wanted to touch on that. Let's talk Salt Lake City. We were watching Salt Lake City. Chantal called me. She's like, bitch. And I'm like, what? She's like, she's like, I didn't know we were going to be on Salt Lake City. Did you see that picture of us on Salt Lake
Yeah,
City?
because like usually like I always see like obviously your website and like we'll see the logo, but then like I'm literally watching and I just see like I'm like, wait, is that me and Roxanne? Like, is that us? And then I had to like rewind it like 2 times. I was like, wait, what are they even, like, I'm writing notes, but sometimes like you're like blacking out for a second. I was like, oh my God, what the heck is this?
Did I even talk to you about that tip that we got?
Yeah, no, I remember that happening at the time.
Did I ever tell you that like we were contacted to get that used, or no?
No, that's why when I called you, I was like, did you know we were gonna be on there? And I was like, did you know what our picture was?
Yeah, we sign off on everything.
Yeah, before we start, talk real quick, I'm gonna mute because I just need to check on my daughter real quick. She's in the shower and she's crying, and she never cries when I'm showering her. So I'm very concerned what my husband's doing. So just give me a second, okay, guys? But talk about what you felt about the episode real quick.
Okay. Well, I didn't even hear baby Danny in the background, but sometimes I feel like, we ask our husbands to do things, but then we're like, you're not doing it right. And now I'm like talking shit and she's not even here. But I'm like so guilty of that because like she's obviously crying. At least like with me, when my babies would go in the shower, they always cried because like they hated the shower because they were cold. But anyways, okay, hey.
No, my daughter loves the shower, so that's why. But like right now, I just kept hearing it go, and I was like, what is she crying about? But then when I went to go check, he's actually changing her, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay.
My heart was racing, you guys. I was like, what is he doing? Is it hot water? Like you never know these boys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you say anything else about Salt Lake City?
No, I was kind of talking shit, but go ahead. Yeah. Let's get into Salt Lake City.
Yes. But yeah, we're still on the boat, you guys. This episode,
like it's been a month.
It's morning time. We're still on the boat. Captain Jason joins them for yoga. He's such a great captain, to do that. And like, it's so funny how you have to like please your guests, but I'm sure he was fine with it. Bronwyn goes to Meredith. That's one of the first scenes we see. Bronwyn goes to Meredith the room and tells her that she's told Brittany multiple times not to start anything. And Brittany says that, she overreacts, and Bronwyn says she puts herself in these positions. And do we agree with that? Because I don't think Brittany just puts herself in those positions.
I do think she does put herself in those positions at times.
I mean, I feel like she can I think she can over exaggerate the situations, but like, she's just there though. It's like, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know.
Nebraska Public Media Sports brings you live all-day coverage of the NSAA High School Football Championships on Monday, November 24th and Tuesday, November 25th. Watch all day, both days on Nebraska Public Media, or live stream every game on Nebraska Public Media's YouTube channel.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
Yeah. Bronwyn does bring that unicorn though, okay? And this is a unicorn that Jared's voice is on. And like, she brings it to Meredith, and like, this is messed up. It's like, you're bringing like something that's special to her, like her arch nemesis. And like, it's like, what should we do with this? Should we throw it overboard? Like, what should we do with this? It's like so messed up to even go there. Like, why would you take that?
Yeah, no, that's not okay at all. But like, also her bringing it, knowing they're all gonna clown. I mean, it's reality TV gold, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, that's like, it's going to be a topic of discussion. It's going to be up for debate. Like, that's what makes good TV. And you've been saying that Brittany like brings it. She makes good TV.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys, this whole episode was about her, and I mean, it was about her and Meredith's feud, but like, it really is crazy that she like brought this, like she's been a great cast of a friend. And again, it sucks for her because like, she really could be full-time, but then they'll never make her full-time at this point because like, she's already bringing it as a friend.
Right.
They're
and that's what they kind of take advantage of those people because they like a Marisol and Adriana in Miami. They're like, we don't need to make you a full-time because like you live for this anyways.
Yeah. They're doing the Bronwyn thing. They're wearing inflatables, being funny. Okay, Bronwyn, we're done with your inflatables. Like, let's not, like, where do you put them in your suitcase? Like, you really wasted room for that, huh?
Well, I mean, you don't have to waste that much room because you blow it up.
Oh, I know, but still, like, she had like 5 of them.
Yeah, true.
They're having breakfast, and Meredith and Brittany are sitting right next to each other, which is really crazy. And right away it says she can deal with hatred, and said her bigger issue is with Whitney. So she looks at Whitney, and Whitney's like, what did I do? And she's like, basically you co-signed this. Like, you looking at this video and you doing that, you co-signed this. And then Whitney's trying to explain that like that was not her intent at all. And then the whole time when she's doing this, you guys, Brittany is next to Meredith and like mocking her, like being weird. It's like, why are they sitting next to each other? Like I was dying the whole time, watching her do it. And then Bronwyn's trying to tell Brittany like, hey, stop it, knock it off. And then Meredith is also being very childish and like blocking her out and not letting her talk. But I did think it was annoying of Brittany, like, let Meredith have her moment and say to Whitney why she's upset, because I do agree with that. It's like, Whitney, why are you even involved in this? Like, why did you even like listen to her to like let her show you the TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, but Whitney explained it very well. That Meredith, to me, like, Meredith wasn't being sarcastic. Oh my gosh. She wasn't being sarcastic, right? Like, she was aligned, like when Whitney explained the situation where she was like saying, I told Brittany to like come to you or I would. I think Meredith understood that.
Yeah, and Whitney also did say, she's like, I was just trying to be a good friend to both. But sometimes when that happens, it's like you're not a good friend to neither. But it wasn't that deep. I also didn't think it was that deep, either. We do see Brittany, like, this is where Brittany, like, I guess can be a little bit cuckoo. She's like, there's a double standard here. Like, me talking about her husband, but it's like, no one's talking about yours. Like, you're not even married. So like, there's no double standard here. So like, I don't know what she's getting to.
Right.
She does say, if you want to, this is where Meredith makes a big statement. She says, if you want to support her, I'll be done with you too. So she basically says that. She goes, if you guys are going to support Brittany, I'll be done with you. And Heather looks at her and goes, are you freaking kidding me?
Why is Heather bothering me this season?
I know, but like, you know what though? Like Heather did bring Brittany to this group. So she's like, what is happening? Like, why are you trying to she basically saw through that she's trying to basically, X her out. Where like, it's like, we're going to ice her out. If you guys are going to talk to her, no one's, if you're going to talk to her, I'm not going to talk to you.
You have to be very, very, I don't know how to say it. Like when we say someone brought someone to a group, like,
but this one seems like a little bit more, like they did know each other because of the whole, like, Mormon and things like that. It wasn't just like a random person.
Okay.
We should find out more about it, but it did seem more personal than like, just like, anyone else saying, I brought you to the group.
Yeah.
Heather said that Meredith should apply the same resolution she had with Lisa to Brittany, but like, that's not true though. Like Lisa and Meredith had a really great friendship, and Meredith and Brittany do not. So like, you can't compare them. It's not apples to oranges there.
Different.
And then Angie does the same thing. Like Angie's like, we haven't seen you this whole episode, and she brings up Lisa's behavior of like the gout dick, and she like was like, well, you did that too, but it's like, this is not even about Lisa. Like, please do not have another fight with you two. Like, no one wants to hear it, Angie.
It was so weird though, like seeing Angie like not on this episode at all, and then like at the very like last 10 minutes we saw her. I was like, that was so weird.
I know, you could feel it, and then you feel at the very end when you see her, like, oh, she wasn't even on this episode.
Yeah.
We don't even see like her like explaining what she saw on the flight, which we'll get to, but like none of that stuff.
Saying. It was so weird.
Brown was like to Mary, can you bring God into this? And Mary's like, Mary is, of course, the funny is like, God came and helped them. It's like a disaster at this point. Like there's no helping here.
Right.
We see them leave. Okay, you guys, this is what I'm very curious about. We see them hand them Meredith. We see Meredith hand them a tip. Who do you think paid for the tip? Because there's no way Bravo is giving them $20,000 for the tip. There's no way. I think the ladies do it. Like, I think the ladies were going to go on this beautiful yacht. They're going to probably all pay like, $3,000-4,000, and like they can afford that.
I think they're getting, I think that they're not paying for anything except the tip. I think that Bravo covered the cost of like going there, and they're like, we're going to make a show about this. Like, we'll make an episode for you guys, which they did, and then make an episode for whatever. And then that's all that I think it is.
Yeah, because I was gonna say there's like they really do give out like 20,000, 15,000. Like I was like, there's no way Bravo's just gonna give that out for them to go on a yacht, and then they pay for the yacht. They're just crazy,
right?
And these people are not doing it for free. They need to get paid too. So like, I'd be pissed if this was like a free trip. But we do see the Chiefs too. She finds a unicorn and she brings it out, and Brian was like, where was this? Like, I thought this was lost. She's like, like, why is it wet? Like, who did this? And then Bronwyn does admit to it, and like all of them are like, it's not funny. Like, why are you doing that? Which it really wasn't funny. Like, I don't find that funny either.
Yeah, same.
So then we get to this part, okay? We all of a sudden, of course this happens. No cameras are being filmed, and they're like, we were at the airport. It's all like, anticlimactic, or not. It is very, I don't know how to say it, anticlimactic. It was climatic. Anyways, they were all like making it so dramatic that something happened. And what we are hearing that happened is that they're all in first class. Okay. So Brittany is sitting in front of Meredith and Lisa, like, which is weird. Of course she is. Next to Meredith and Lisa is Heather and Mary. And then behind her is Whitney. Angie's in the front and Bronwyn's in the front. So I don't think they can hear it. But apparently the whole effing flight, Meredith is taunting Brittany. Okay. This is what we're hearing from the others. She's taunting her. She pushed her seat. Wine was flown. Like, we're hearing all these from all the ladies. Except Lisa and Meredith are very downplaying the situation, that none of that happened. Who do you believe, and what do you think happened?
So here's what I think. I think that nowadays, because I am on TikTok, anytime there's like a little bit of someone being disruptive, someone being loud, someone who won't stop, anything like that, we will see it on TikTok, whether you're in first class or not. We will see some recording of it. We will hear some gossip about it. As you can see, we appeared on today's episode where literally we got a whole ass tip of someone who literally watched Todd like look at other women in lingerie in an airplane. First off, like, why would you ever do that knowing you're in such like a small place? But anyways, so we would see that like on TikTok, any fucking disruption that happens in an airplane, people are recording it and it goes viral on TikTok. So I think that if there was anything, if the way they're making this is that Meredith was so disruptive, if that were to be true, I think flight attendants would have gotten involved. And I think that someone would have recorded it on the plane. I don't care if you're in first class or not. Someone would have recorded it. So I believe that this is all an exaggeration.
Yeah, I definitely think that Meredith and Lisa are probably being very annoying and like was taunting her in the sense of like, show us a TikTok and like this girl is such a loser and like just talking shit and like she's right in front of you. So why are you doing that? Like that would make me upset too. Like I would feel very like, distraught. But I don't think it was to the point where they're making it seem like, like we're like, I don't Brittany's already a dramatic person. So there's when they say Brittany, got out and she was bawling and they all had to carry her. It's like that's because it's a Brittany personality.
Right.
But like I would turn around like stop talking about me. Like, or one of the ladies
and
should
I
stuck
think
up
that's
for
what
her.
like who you're saying Brittany should have done that?
She should have done that. One of the ladies should have.
Yeah, I believe that they heard Meredith and Lisa get riled up just like because like first off, they're very loud when they speak, especially Lisa. So I believe that Meredith and Lisa were just like talking about the situation and what she thinks about Brittany and just saying, like, how dare she bring up my marriage while like she knows it's not true and we're on camera. I believe that that's what was happening. And they were making it like, look how she's talking about Brittany. We can hear it. Like she's being so disruptive. But I'm telling you, it would have went viral. Like someone would have recorded something. The flight attendants would have gotten involved with how they are making it.
Yeah, I also think that but like I do think like Miri and Heather and them saying like they never seen Meredith act this way. Like there has to be some truth to her being like extra crazy. And like they bring up like, was it a sleeping pill? Like who knows? Like what would she take a gummy? Like what was she on that she was like acting that way?
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly think it's exaggerated. And I know like some people will be like Roxanne, but I don't know. I really do.
Well, we do see Heather and Brittany, hanging out, and she asks her how she is, and she's just so sorry. She's like, this is when Brittany says she barely has slept and eaten, and she's like just so distraught. But she then brings up she's really pissed at Lisa. So we see her in the beginning of the season, you guys. She's sticking up for Lisa. She's sticking up for Lisa. Yeah, she's sticking up for Lisa. She's saying that Lisa's a great friend to her. And then now we're here and she's really pissed at Lisa. She's saying like, how dare she? Like this is more hurtful than even the whole Meredith situation. And like I can see that a little bit. It's like here she is sticking up for Lisa in the beginning, and then now Lisa's not even having her back. But again, she's with her best friend Meredith. She's not gonna go out of her way to do like and ruin that friendship that she has with Meredith for anybody.
Yeah.
We then get to our scene when we get mentioned, but Bronwyn and Whitney. Oh, I can't wait to hear your take on this, but I kind of already know what it probably is. But we get to Bronwyn and Whitney and they're talking, and she brings up this like, allegation that Roxanne tweeted about that someone saw Todd looking at a picture of lingerie from a woman. And, she brings this up, and then Whitney asked her, like, do you believe it? And she goes, yeah, I do believe it actually. And she tells us that when she confronted Todd, of course, Todd deflects and like makes it about the women. And she's like, no, like you did this, like you're going to go sleep in another hotel. Like, I don't want you home. I don't want you home right now, which I don't blame her. I'd be pissed too if my husband obviously did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but this is where it gets really weird because she's like to Whitney, I want your take because you understand we're the same age and like we're dating older men. She's like, basically saying like that she's okay with an open marriage if he told her about it, or like they've had talks about this, but because they haven't talked about it, that's what's not okay.
Yeah.
And then we see Whitney do say, she's like, a lot of my friends have these restrictions, or did she call them restrictions? Let me see. Sorry. Let me get my notes real quick because I want to know the exact term she used. Agreement. So she's like, a lot of my friends have these weird agreements, and she's basically saying to us that her and her husband do not have an open relationship, but there have been moments in their marriage where they have these agreements. And like, it's like, what is she trying to say? That she has agreements to have sex with one guy and he has an agreement to have sex with one girl, as long as they bring it to each other, they're okay with it. Like, this is crazy stuff. Like, how are these marriages surviving like this?
Yeah, I didn't really understand that.
But would you ever be okay with your husband coming to you and saying, hey, things are not working out, but I still want to be married to you. But what if I do this with this girl?
Bro, bye.
Exactly. Like it's just kind of crazy that like
bye. I'll be alone. Thank you.
I don't want to judge too much because I know like people can do whatever they want. But then the fact that this is like happening with a lot of people, like you're having all these things. And then they're also saying it's more like for their needs. They're saying like, because our men are older, it's more for them. Like they might want to date other guys too. And they're going to bring it to their husbands.
Yeah, I mean, before we get into that, I want to go back to like I think this whole Todd thing was actually crazy. So listen, we will not post anything unless like we have it backed up, like it's from someone reputable, we have it backed up. And as you can see, we shared this that Todd was on the airplane. He was looking at women, and Bronwyn's like all like 100% that's true. So kudos to us, because like we're all about the truth. We're sharing the truth. To me, you know how like relationships are toxic. Like when you were in that relationship in high school and like a man can make you feel so low, and then all of a sudden you're back on top. This is exactly how I felt watching the scene. So last episode, we see Todd telling her like you're good, because we or like the last couple of episodes, her past gets exposed. And Todd made her feel really small, where she was kind of scared because she felt like she was on top when it came to their relationship. And like she was like trying to get him to like be better and make him feel like he needs to try more, which he should. But on the last couple of episodes, he's like, you could really ruin my reputation. Like this your past being out there could ruin my reputation. And she seemed scared. Like she was like so scared on like how this could affect her marriage, you know? And now that this came out, I feel like she's actually like relieved and happy, because it takes the focus away from the fact that her past was like exposed and that it could ruin his reputation. And instead, it highlights that a married man like himself is looking at other women, and that could ruin the reputation. So I feel like she is like so happy about this.
Yeah, and especially because like to like what she was explaining to Whitney, she was like, if you brought it up to me, I'd be okay with it. But it's like so weird. But then because he didn't, like you said, she now has the upper hand, and she can like get mad at him and say, you're not gonna be here.
To me, Bronwyn came on this show where she's always like been reliant on someone. And like she was with this guy, like, you know, who's very successful and, you know, just like was the trophy wife, but like who did everything, who like her happiness was based off of his happiness. And now like she has her own thing. And I hope I never would want like someone not to work out. I just find it hard to see that these two will work out.
Or he'll conform. He might do that.
I don't know.
And like she's not putting up with this shit anymore, and he has to.
Yeah.
We do see this whole Greek thing. Do you care to talk about Angie and the daughter Greek thing? Did you find that interesting?
I do care to talk about this scene. And you know why I care to talk about this scene? Because I'm like, man, that's sad. Like, you know, that she is in that phase. And like we see this with teenagers where they're like, I don't really care. Like, I don't get it. And Angie's like really trying to tell her, like, your grandpa had nothing. Like, you know, this is, and she's trying to like teach her about it. But I feel like Chantel with us, we were always taught about our culture since we were like babies. So we were like super proud of it because it wasn't just like brought up like when we're older. Like we were always taught about it, you know? It was like a core thing for us. And I feel like when you don't do that when the kids are younger, they don't realize how important it is. And granted, as you get older, you really understand the importance of like where you came from, like what your grandparents experienced, what your parents experienced. And I just feel like with her, I guarantee like Angie like never really was about it until now.
Yeah, and I also like I'm trying to think like I guess like for like you said it was so natural for us, like it was never like a conversation. So I'm kind of trying to think like were we like that when we were younger, but we did always rep our culture, you know? So I don't know.
But I think that we were always like proud and excited about it. And like, you know, because listen, in our home, we spoke our language. Like we knew where we were from. Like we went to Chaldean churches, like all that stuff. So I just feel like it was like a little bit different.
And she kept saying like she does things more on her dad's side, which is so interesting. You know, like that's the one thing I find interesting because usually you go through what your mom does, but like she's more into what her dad would do.
But Chantel, look at who her dad is.
I know.
Like her dad is the type who literally probably is like always around his family and always like made an effort for her to like be around him, where Angie probably wasn't like that. And typically that's like how the woman is like, they're so involved like with their kids, like everyday life. And that husband seems like he's like that.
I know.
And there are husbands who are like that, but I actually found that conversation to be very interesting because like she seemed so over it and so did not want to speak about it. And I'm like, man, like we were never like that.
I know. I do think that it's interesting. Like, is it like because you said, do they not introduce it when they're younger? Like, what's happening? But she will 100% when she gets older go back to it and be so happy that her mom taught her it, and then Angie will be happy.
Right.
We get to Heather and Lisa's lunch. Okay, like Heather was waiting an hour. Like, why did this happen to people? Like, why are these people late? Like, that would just get me on 10 already. But you could tell she's ready to fight. Like, she's ready to like kind of confront her, and she does. You know, she's saying to her, she's telling her right away that Brittany is mad at you, and Lisa's like, what did I do? Like, Lisa, of course, is on defense. Like, this is why I think everyone's like Lisa's losing a lot of people this season, because like she can't even admit that like that was wrong of her. Like, that was like a little intense for Brittany. She's ready on the defense. It's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was just telling her, show her the TikTok. But you know, Lisa was a part of it. It's like, you do have to own to that.
But okay, but like Heather has been coming guns blazing for Lisa, and this is very confusing to Lisa because Heather and Lisa are good. So I do feel like Heather has just been like really hard on Lisa. And
Heather is trying to say like, Heather is trying to say you're changing the reality. You're changing the reality, and it's not what it is.
Yeah. Chantal went on mute real quick. We heard some background noise there. But yeah, no, she was totally doing that. I just think, again, like Heather is known to be very loyal to her friends and not come for them. And with Lisa, she comes for them. I just want to say something though. Like, I don't understand late people. I really, really don't. And I keep talking about this because like I have 4 kids and I still try to be late and I'm early. So I just don't understand that. And that would have set the tone for the lunch very badly, which, you know, like it looks like it did. But yeah, it doesn't seem like Lisa was understanding at all.
Yeah, I think that's what probably got her really mad. And then like when Lisa's coming in that way, like of course that's gonna get you more mad.
Yeah.
There was a lot about this like whole conversation. Like it was like really, that's what I'm saying. Was it really that deep? Like, was it really this dramatic how everyone's saying? Because there was this conversation, and then we also get to the end where it was Meredith and Miri. And Miri, like also it was the same kind of thing. Like they're almost trying to tell both of these girls that you weren't there, but they were there. They were right next to each other on the plane. Like they're not silly. Like if you were right next to me on the plane, like on the other side, I would know exactly what you're doing. We know what everyone's doing all the time.
For sure, but I don't know why. I just feel like everyone's like exaggerating this. I hate when things are discussed that we didn't see on camera. I hate it.
I know. But like, of course, like this would happen. Like Meredith would go crazy around that time.
I know, but I don't know. I really just think that she was like telling Lisa and being loud about it on purpose because she wanted Brittany to hear. And they were taking it like, oh my gosh, like, Brittany, are you okay? Like Heather was like, Brittany, are you okay? I'm like, okay, Heather, you just need to tone it down. I don't know why Heather bothers me.
I think she just is really coming in really fast, like we were like to Lisa, and it's out of nowhere.
Wait, just to like change subjects real quick. Tamra Judge like came out and she was like, sometimes like I laugh when people say I'm a blogger because I don't talk about people. Like yeah, she's like, I don't talk shit about people. I talk about the show and give like my reaction, but like I never talk shit about people.
Isn't that what you do?
She's like, so like when people say I'm a blogger and podcaster, or a blogger, like I'm just literally saying like, giving my opinion on a show. That's all that I'm doing. And like when Teddy and Erica talk about my show, like they're going to give their opinion. And sometimes it's going to be about something I did and I just won't listen. But I just like laugh when people think that I'm a blogger. But she's like, some of these bloggers or these podcasters, they say, and you know, she's talking about us. She's like, they say the worst things ever and talk so much shit. And I'm just like, girl,
we're just giving our opinion.
Yeah, we're just giving our opinions. So that's all we're giving our opinion
on the scenes that we're recapping. Yep.
Exactly. So I just thought that was really like interesting and really funny, but
that's all I really have about it. I just was it just was a lot, Brittany and Meredith, and I just, you know, I wish that we saw a TikTok video of it.
I know. And yeah, you guys, I'll be in BravoCon in a few days and I'll let you guys know how it goes and you know, do all the things. And Chantal, I'm going to be sending her videos and stuff to like post and be active and a lot on our Patreon too. So hopefully we get a lot of good content and you know that I will be observing you guys. I will be observing. So
yes.
All right. I think that's all we have for today. So thank you guys for listening. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye guys.
Nebraska Public Media Sports brings you live all-day coverage of the NSAA High School Football Championships on Monday, November 24th and Tuesday, November 25th. Watch all day, both days on Nebraska Public Media or live stream every game on Nebraska Public Media's YouTube channel.